him up the side, to set him up his way, and let him right to sing. The king is set to go. Let's sing for joy, his kingdom is restored. Let's shout for joy, hallelujah, hallelujah, for blessing the Lord. Oh Biafra, oh Biafra, kingdom of Parliament. Oh Biafra, everything is on. Bethlehem, oh Bethlehem, our heart is glad, our heart is full. Bethlehem, oh Bethlehem, Biafra is yet dwelling place of God. Thank you very much, fellow Biafrans, and welcome once again to our regular broadcast coming to you, as always, from the satellite station of the Voice of Biafra International. Today is Friday, the 20th of October 2017, and we are here gathered once again to discuss with you, fellow Biafrans, on the current happenings in Biafra land and in Nigeria. You are welcome to the program. So today we are not having any special guest except on Sunday, but rather today we are here to discuss random topics, some of those important topics that make the day and which we deem necessary that you must know. This is why, again and again, we always gather here 4 times weekly, at times 5 times, to discuss with you, to inform you, and to get you enlightened on the current realities. We are here always to tell our people the truth. We are not here to tell them lies or to raise up emotions, thereby confusing our people. No. We don't intend to tell our people lies in order to make ourselves very, very popular. No, at all. That is not the principle of the Voice of Biafra International. Because we are a people's voice, we are here always to tell ourselves the truth. And that is what makes us special among other broadcasting stations that have to do with Biafra activities. This is why we always tell you, feel free to be with us anytime. Tell us your mind, share your views with us, and we are always ready to learn. We don't claim knowledge of everything because every day is a school day and anywhere is a classroom. Nobody is a bundle of knowledge. Nobody is a repository of wisdom. We learn every day. We expand our horizon. We accommodate. We try to build bridges. We try not to disparage the individual, to denigrate anybody's dignity, to abuse or to insult. Rather, we are here to pay homage, respect, and honor to the individual person, to consider everyone human and then made in the image of God. This is why we are here to say, welcome on board and tell us your mind anytime. This is once again the Voice of Biafra International. We are broadcasting right now live from Germany, and as always, we are streaming live on Facebook, on YouTube, and equally on satellite simultaneously. So, anyone you have a better access to, you are free to join and be part of the whole exercise. That is the situation of things for now. And so we welcome our people to this evening's broadcast, and we operate with another, Biafra music. Yeah, thank you once again. I'm sorry, we tried to step out a bit and we are now fully ready to give you the best of our services today. With me right now online is Uche Digi, who is now right away in Ghana joining us. Before then, let me take a caller online. Hello, our caller, our first caller for the day. You are welcome to the program Voice of Biafra International, Germany. Tell us your name, where you're calling from, and your mind. Hello, caller online. Hello. I cannot hear him. So, Uche Digi, you're online with us right now from Accra, Ghana.
Yes, my director, I'm here with you.
Okay, thank you very much and welcome to the program. Like I said earlier on, today we are not having any special guest. Reason is that it's not every day we invite guests to our station. We do make out time on our own to discuss all the current issues, current topics as befit Biafra struggle. So today we are going to look into here and there and bring out some of those current issues that tend to affect our people's sensibilities. So let us start from somewhere. In the past few days, and more especially yesterday, there was another round of WhatsApp circulation, an audio circulation on WhatsApp, making the round, informing our people of one thing or the other. But one much significance is that this particular audio that was being circulated yesterday still emanated from the very source that have been, unleashing false propaganda on the polity. You remember a few days ago, there was a particular audio that went round, amongst our people, stating in clear terms that the southeastern governors, current and former, some politicians as well as Ijel and Dibo, held a meeting in Lagos whereby they plan to mask themselves, ask Massob members to mask themselves in IPOB uniform. And between the 16th and the 18th of November to unleash terror on road users and turn around to blame it on IPOB RBL London Limited. We started quarreling and asking questions. Insofar as we know in our Biafra struggle, there has never been a time when IPOB RBL London Limited is identified with any special uniform except the ragtag black t-shirt that is their own characteristic. So, for somebody to think that the decent bim-massob members who always appear in glittering regalia would condescend so low to put on a mere dirty camouflage to, create problem in our society is quite uncalled for. We always say no to that, and we totally reject that type of false propaganda. Now, yesterday again, like we were saying, another audio went into circulation among our people, stating again, oh, I have to make it clear, the man who recorded his own video wanted to tell our people their lies, but unfortunately, he betrayed himself. He claimed to be a staff of INEC in Abuja. Take it again. This man that recorded his audio said he is a staff of INEC in Abuja, but he doesn't want to mention his name for security reasons. Unfortunately for him, he was so stupid, well grounded in idiocy, that as a member of INEC, as a staff of INEC, it is quite certain that whenever anybody hears his voice, any of his staff members hears his voice, they are going to recognize him at once. If that gentleman is intelligent enough, he should have known that even the blind Jacob was able to, the blind Isaac rather, was able to recognize Esau's, Jacob's voice. Take it again. Even the blind Isaac was able to recognize Jacob's voice. So, if it is possible, how does that animal think that his own fellow staff members will not be able to recognize his own voice? Instead of telling people, oh, I don't want to mention my name for security reasons. That is madness. That is where he failed. That was where that particular propaganda failed on arrival. That is why we have always maintained our standard that the people we are dealing are in no way intelligent at all. They just come on air, they just record their voices, they just come to Facebook and begin to unleash terror on themselves. How could a reasonable human being use his own voice against the very establishment he claims to be working for? If I cannot recognize their voice because I am unknown to you and vice versa, what of the same people that work with you in the so-called INEC office? I am putting to you clear that if you were to be a staff of the INEC, you wouldn't have bound a person to record their voice and circulate against the very INEC you claim to be working for. That is where you failed and failed woefully. And that is where that particular message failed on arrival. But however, the content of this particular message centered on the same Anambra election, telling our people that if you go and vote, the very ink they will use to put your fingerprint is poisonous, that is going to take your DNA and in time to come is going to land into trouble. That is madness. Are you telling whom? We are not in feudal period. We are not living in the long ago. We are not living in a rustic age, what is called stone age. Those who try to circulate this type of propaganda are living in the stone age. How could you say that ordinary ink meant for voting, if anybody touches it or if it is imprinted on anybody's finger, is going to disorganize, disrupt in their own terms, create problem for the person's DNA? That is madness. That is madness. We sincerely sympathize with these people that do not know anything and yet they pretend to know all. We have to remember, fellow Biafrans, that only last week, a foreign media captioned President, faints while having his bath in the shower. The same misguided people without reading the kernel, the content of this particular message, went ahead to condemn Muhammad Buhari. Oh, that is how God is paying him back for bringing Operation Python down. Without knowing indeed that the particular message had nothing to do with Nigeria, except the president of Iceland. But you know, a motley crowd that do not have any particular direction was quick to concluding that such a statement or such an accident was referable to Mr. Muhammad Buhari, Nigeria's president. That is quite unfortunate. When these things happen, we begin to appraise the caliber, the character and characteristics of the type of people we are dealing with. And this is why we have to advise our fellow bim-massob members not to be responding to every altercation that comes out from the lips of all these misguided blogs. We have come of age and we wouldn't like anybody to keep on dragging us backwards. We are moving forward. This is a modern time, the age of enlightenment, and not the stone age, where they still exist, thinking they can measure up in the present reality. Uche Diji, you are welcome once again, and equally with me is Uche Okeke in Benue State right now. Let me say, Uche Diji, you are welcome to the program, and you can say hello to fellow Biafrans who are already glued to their own radio sets and mobile sets, listening to this very particular program from the satellite station of the Voice of Biafra International. Uche Diji.
Follow Biafrans once again. In this new edition, I extend my greeting to you all over the world, wherever you are. This is your beloved brother who can do the speaking and calling from Ghana. Thank you. You're welcome to the program.
Thank you so much, Uche Diji. And we have to also advise that when you speak within an area or a particular spot where there is no better service, your voice continues to fluctuate, and once it fluctuates, the reception becomes very, very poor, and our listeners do not get exactly what you say. So you have to help us by choosing a particular target or spot where you know at oftentimes the service will be very, very clear. Thank you very much, however. Uchenna Okeke, you are right now with us equally online from Benue State. Say hello to fellow Biafrans.
Yeah, this is Uchenna Okeke calling from Benue State, Manakodi. I want to appreciate every listening ear all over the world, listening to the Voice of Biafra International coming from Germany. I want to say stay put while we broadcast, and God bless us all. Thank you.
You are very much welcome. And the fellow Biafrans, like I intimated you 2 days ago, or 2 days ago indeed, that what makes Voice of Biafra International very, very special is because we create room for variety. We don't believe in monopoly. That is the characteristic of other radio stations. We try to reach out to all our members, to give all our members the opportunity to express themselves and to talk to our people. We made it clear on resolution that today Uchenna Okeke is going to control the studio right away from Makurdi, Benue State. Some of you may think how possible, but it is indeed possible because we have the necessary gadgets that are connected to each other. That from wherever you speak, our receptor will pick it from there and then relay it to you live and direct. So today, Uchenna Okeke, I have to tell you the few things we have because usually on Fridays, our broadcasts do not last long. So what we have today still remains on Anambra election. Why we emphasize on Anambra election is because the IPOB, I can't even be saying IPOB because IPOB is no more in existence. But however, let me say that the former members of the IPOB are still up in arms preaching against Anambra election through via propaganda, false information, misinforming our people, just like I earlier analyzed that one thing we have noticed that before they issue any negative information, it is dead on arrival. Like I said before, somebody says, I work with INEC in Abuja. I'm telling you what INEC is planning against my people. If I, a novice, let me say, cannot recognize their voice because I have never encountered it before. What of your fellow staff of the INEC? Wouldn't they recognize their voice? So when you come and tell us all sorts of rubbish that the ink they will be using is going to mess you up, mess your DNA up, that is the story told to the Marais. So you have to bear this in mind. And again, we have to discuss on the rise of Biafra nationalism. The rise of Biafra nationalism. What do I mean by that? How all of a sudden, against all expectations, every Igbo person, every Biafran has risen up to say, we are talking about Biafra, and except you give us Biafra, there will be no peace in the land. What I mean by no peace in the land is not that we are going to delve into warfare, no. But we are going to involve ourselves in civil disobedience, mounting pressure on the system until they let us go. That is what I mean by the rise of Biafra nationalism. Every child, every pupil, boy or girl, from the kindergarten to primary, from primary to secondary, up to the university level, every Igbo Biafra person is now talking about Biafra independence. That we must extricate ourselves from the rickety structure that is called Nigeria and find meaning in our own land given to us by God. That is what I mean by the rise of Biafra nationalism. Uchenna, okay, take over the studio, please. I'll only come in when a caller calls, then I'll take over. But apart from that, the commentary, you are in charge. Uche Digi is online already. Once I notice another person online with us, I will give you a signal. Over to you, Uche Lokeke. The studio is open.
Yeah, thank you very much, Iken, the anchorman from Germany. I want to appreciate you for giving me this opportunity to speak with our people and those people all over the world who are eagerly listening and learning from the voice of Biafra International. And I also want to appreciate and thank our able leader, Chief Dr. Raf Uwazurike, who has made this possible, that we will use this radio voice to educate and to enlighten our people all over the world against every falsehood that has been going around in the world, most especially as it has to do with restoration of the sovereign state of Biafra. I sincerely appreciate our able leader. And also, I also thank all the international crew members who have been playing role. Hello?
Yeah, go on, please. The system, go on.
All right, okay. I thought you went off. All right. Yeah. And I also want to thank all the crew members who have been contributing one way or the other.
Go on, Uche, please.
To still. Yeah.
Go on, the system is on. Go on, the system is on. Yeah, go on. Don't interrupt yourself. Everything is functioning normal.
Okay, thank you. So I sincerely thank everybody. And today we are still talking about Anambra election. Yes, we have to talk about this because 18th is on the corner. 18th of November is at the corner. And we have to keep enlightening our people to keep disregarding every falsehood that is coming up now. All are pointing towards disorganizing the election of Anambra State coming up on 18th, that will come up on 18th of November. Yes, and we have to do all our possible best to educate our people. And that is what Voice of Biafra International are doing. And that is what we are doing, and we continue to do that. And so, our people all over the world, wherever you are, most especially in Biafra land, in Anambra Biafra land, please, we want to also continue to tell you, please don't you ever listen to the enemies of Biafra actualization. They are out to destroy. And that is why we keep educating you. I don't know, Uche Digi, are you there? Please, I would like you to enlighten our people the importance of that election come 18th of November. Uche Digi. Hello, Uche Digi.
Yeah, full friends. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, go on, my brother.
Yeah, welcome, my dear brother. I am very grateful once again for we to continue to represent our people in Anambra State elections.
Okay, Uche, please hold on. There is a caller online. Please hold on. Hello, caller online. Hello. Oh, I have lost him. Uche, go on, please. Oh,
Thank you very much.
Oh, I think the person is still online. Hold on, please. Hello, caller online.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening and welcome to our program, Voice of Biafra International. Your name, where you are calling from, and give us your views.
I'm calling from a community to look at the panel of education.
Yeah, go on, please. Uche, take over. Go on and ask some questions.
Yes, continue on, my brother. Hello.
Yeah.
Go on, we are listening to you. Check your background and check your location.
I'm calling from
Yes, we are listening. Go ahead. Please, can you get
Yeah, well, excuse me, please. What we are saying that where you are standing right now, there is not enough service, and our commentator cannot hear you very, very well. Please, you have to change your position for us to hear you very, very well. Yeah, the service is not clear at all. It's never clear. We cannot get you clearly.
Okay.
Yes.
Please, you can call back later. Please check your environment, then and check the service. Then call us back later. Oh.
Yeah, it's
Thank you very much. Uche Digi, go on. All right, Uche Digi, over to you, please.
Yeah.
Sorry for.
Okay, thank you very much, my elder brother. As I continue to express my feelings over Anambra State election coming 18th September 2017, I want my people there to understand the implication of them boycotting any election. We continue to encourage that every Anambrians must come out in mass and vote. None of this news that is moving around on WhatsApp or Facebook should be regarded, because all of those people are trying to bet a confusion in our land. They will continue to behave like trolleys they were for. As they continue to make an allegation to Mazov and the BIM family that we are planning to use the uniform to cause confusion during the Anambra State election. I know that indeed these people have no uniform. What they are having is a uniform that looks like that of Boko Haram and ICC. For that reason, I'm going to tell my people tonight that we are not too low to be brainwashed to cause mayhem in any society, but we are meant to protect the property of our people and the life of our people. We have been trying to make sure that even during the time they tell people not to increase fuel, our people increase fuel, but Mazop family move and caution them to sell normal prices. This is what stability is what we are preaching. We are trying to make our people to understand the importance to behave normal and not abnormal. This is what we are preaching.
Please, Uche Deji, please take your environment.
Yeah, I think Uche, okay, that should be coming. I don't know whether it's coming, whether it's from Uche, did you, or whichever way. Please, all you need to do is check your background to make sure there is no form of distraction from any quarters, please. Right on, please, Uche, Digi, and Uche, can take over.
All right.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Uchedeji, are you through?
Yes, what I have said, all I want to say exactly that there must be an election, and our moderator and our people do not need to pay any attention to all those rumors that is going around, because all those big elements that is trying to cause confusion, only what they are trying to do is that they are going to sit on their computer and waiting for their own able result.
All right.
But they are not going to succeed.
Thank you very much. Yes. Okay. I want to thank you. Okay. We can hear you clearly, Uchedeji.
No, I think you are the one talking now. It was a mere echo. I was trying to test out to make sure that everything is really live and it is working perfectly. Go on, please.
All right. All right. Yes. Thank you, our brother Uchedeji, calling from Ghana. I would sincerely appreciate your advice and your word of encouragement to our people over there in Biafra land, Anambra. And I want to believe that the ears of the wise are wide open to understand and to listen and to take the advices that has been coming from the voice of Biafra International. And I want to believe that the reason why all these voices from Germany, voices from Ghana, voice from Benue, voice from Biafra land, the reason why we are voicing out to our people mainly in Anambra State is because of the error that has been going on, the lies that have been speculating all over Anambra concerning the election that will be coming up on 18th of November 2017. Yes, please, we keep on advising, we keep on educating, we keep on encouraging and enlightening our people concerning all the rumors that have been coming up. Today is one thing, tomorrow is another thing. Please, we keep on voicing out our voices to the people of Anambra State and to let them know that nothing is going to happen. I keep wondering, why is it on this 2017 election that all these lies, that all these rumors are coming in Biafra land? Haven't we been having an election in Biafra land before? We have been having election. We have been casting our votes all this while. We have never recorded any catastrophe. We have never recorded any problem in any part of Biafra land. Whenever there is an election, be it local government, be it state, be it federal government, national election, we have never had any problem in any Biafra land before. Why this time around in 2017? It's because the enemy, they are out to come and cause problem. And by the special grace of God Almighty, they will all fail. Because their plans has been revealed. And their plans, the hidden ones, will also come up and we are going to treat them one after another. And so, my people, there is nothing like ink, the contamination when you cast your vote on 18th of November. There is nothing like that. It has never happened anywhere in the world. And it will not start in Anambra State. It will never start with the Biafran people. And it can never happen. And so, please, feel free. Be confident. Be courageous. Never you cause problem on the day of election. Go cast your vote. If the day of accreditation, you go and do accreditation on the time, the hour of voting, you go peacefully, joyously, go and cast your vote. Nobody will harm you, nobody will hurt you, but your vote will definitely count. All we are telling our people over there in Anambra State is that please vote the credible candidate who is going to deliver the mandate of the people, who is going to stand for the people, because your vote is your voice. If you deny Anambra State your vote, that means you are denying your Anambra your voice.
Uche,
So
let me continue. Let me make a little contribution. Let me help you there. One thing that is certain is that there are people who don't like failing alone. When they fail or fall, they would like others to fail and fall with them. This is what we have discovered among these people who have been relentless in making sure that there is hostility and confusion in the polity. That is why day in, day out, they remain sleepless. They don't think of any other thing except calculating on ways of creating confusion. This is their problem. They have failed before, they have failed once, twice, thrice, and they keep on failing. And they want to drag others along the same hazardous rail. We cannot fall with them. We are rather telling Anambra people, if you allow non-indigenous of Anambra to come and tell you to mess up your own state, you shall live to bear the consequences. Igbo state is functioning, even though Okota is not performing at all. Abia state is functioning. Ebonyi state is functioning. Enugu state equally functioning. How can somebody say that Anambra state shall not function? Anambra of all people. If you, the Anambra people, succumb to intimidation and bring their own state down, you have yourselves to blame. We are telling you, do not allow hired mercenaries to come to your state and convince you to drop your fundamental human right, because whenever it happens, you, the Anambra people, shall hold yourselves responsible. Uche Okeke, back to you. Uche, let me inform you, please. Vincent Ekene is online with us. Vincent Ekene is online with us. Unfortunately, in the past days, he has been logging into the old version of our Skype, but I've just added him now. So, you can welcome him on board.
Right.
He's there now, Vincent Ekene.
All right. Yeah, Vincent Ekene, you are welcome.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. It has been long enough that I've seen you. I want to appreciate God that today you are with us in our tonight's broadcast. And I want to appreciate God. I don't know if you have any contribution in regard of election of Anambra come 18th of November. And you have been hearing the rumors that have been going on in respect of that election. Please, what do you have to tell our people from Germany?
Yeah, actually, let me start with the past few days. I do listen to the program, but I try to comment to contribution. I realized I couldn't log in, so I didn't know what was happening.
Sorry.
Yeah, but regarding the issue of Anambra State election, it is very unfortunate that these people go a long way to propagate a lot of lies, to say a lot of horrible things, like the one that recorded his voice and claimed that he's a official from INEC.
Please, Vincent, hold on. Let us take a caller online. Please, I'm here to control callers online. Please hold on a bit. Hello, caller. Your name and where you're calling from?
I'm calling from State.
Okay, you're welcome once again. Your voice is better now. You can address us.
Okay, what this how was everything?
Yeah, everything is working fine, as you can see.
Go on.
I think that's it. Yeah, we are saying everything is working fine. We answered you, everything is working fine. There is no hitch, there are no hitches at all. All we are working now is to make sure that Anambra election is a fait accompli.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Listen, back to you. Yeah.
Okay. As I was saying that
it looks so ridiculous. The extent these people can go to make ridicule of our people, even to ridicule themselves. Because when I listen to that voice, you realize this is their plan. They do this, they record the same voice. You see, and you see them buying this idea, propagating it. You ask yourself, how could somebody working in a neck make an audio voice and claim that he don't want people to know him? And is he working with a ghost? He works with people. So invariably, when you speak, people will know who you are. So the problem, I want our people to disregard these people that propagate these lies. Because as I said before, they are built on lies. Starting from the beginning, all their propagandas are lies. Everything they have promised us, they have not fulfilled even one of them. You see one thing, they are fake. They are fake. And they want all of us to partake in their failure. And our people should be wise.
Yes.
These are the same people who told us during the census not to come out for census. That if we don't come out, Biafra will come. And today, they are not talking about it again. They made a lot of promises, destroying our people. Promises that you will see, that will make you face to doubt if these people actually want the realization of Biafra. Because from their own action, you can deduce only one thing, that they do not want the actualization of Biafra. Our people should be wise. They are failure, and they want all of us to participate in their failure. And all of us should rise up and say no and vote. This is our right. They can put us at stake. This is our right to vote. This is our right to participate in politics. And our people should know that if they fail to participate in this politics, that means they are our future. They are destroying the future of our youth. They are destroying the future of our children. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, our brother Vincent Ekene. Sincerely want to appreciate you for that. Yes, I agree with you. Saying our people should disregard this propaganda that has been propagating all over Anambra in respect of Anambra's election. Yes, I quite agree with you. Our people should disregard every false information in respect of that election. I wonder, we are known for intellectual, we are known for wisdom, we are known for knowledge. I don't know why all these misguided elements will come with their blunt knowledge, and we tell them blunt knowledge to us, and we buy it. We Biafrans, we are too big for a little one small people to come and confuse us. Please, just like as our brother said, we should disregard them. They have no value for us. And so we should maintain our value as Biafrans. We are being valued all over the world as people of intelligence. And so we should maintain this. Never us mind them, most especially our people from Anambra State. Please get ready on that day to go and cast your vote. Your vote is your right. Your right is your vote in terms of politics. Thank you very much. At the same time, we are here to also discuss is cause in earnest the rise of Biafra nationality. All over the world, today everybody is talking about Biafra, Biafra, Biafra. And it is because of this that we are experiencing what is happening today, because everybody now wants to partake in that nation called Biafra. Everybody wants to answer a name. Everybody wants to attach to that name and show the world who he is or who she is. And so, Uche Diji, what is your contribution on the rise of Biafra nationality? Thank you. I don't know if you have to get us.
On the Biafra nationalism.
Yes. Thank my able brother Uche Keke and my fellow comrade listening to us. I once again greet you from Ghana. I'm saying good evening. In regard of Biafran nationalism that have grown up beyond people's expectation and beyond even Nigeria imagination. I will congratulate our dear great heroes and bim-massob members who make sure that this name secreted all over the world today. I remember when Dr. Rapo was introduced the new Biafran. And I remember all he have done so far to make sure that Biafran actualization and Biafran movement move forward to the whole world. Even when he opened the first radio station in America, and when he opened the second station in London. So this is the things that makes this agitation to grow beyond people's imagination, and the Massobians move like as an evangelist, move to village from one place to another to evangelize regarding this the movement. I will tell you in this regard that we still have a long way to go, because we are like the father of this new nation. And we will continue to have to educate our people once again to move to evangelize the need for our people who is half educated to understand the meaning of this new Biafra.
And sorry, please, I have to chip in. Uche, did you excuse me? I have to inform Uche now, okay, that right now Sonny Baba is online. Take notes.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. So what I'm trying to say is we still have work. We still have work to do. We still have a long way to go. What is our work? Our work is to go again to send some evangelists to all the Biafra land to let our people to understand the need of non-violent, non-exodus, which was introduced since 13 years ago. On this agitation, in this movement, on this non-violent, non-exodus strategies, we need to educate our people so that they will stop buying the idea of these.
Please check your background. There's noise coming from there. Which I don't know, or sorry, but one of you, there's noise coming from your background. Get it checked, please. Then, Sonny Baba, please check your background. Sonny Baba, check your background. Okay. Yeah, he stopped now. There was noise from there. He stopped now. Which
okay. Did you try and hand up? Thank you. Did you try and hand up?
Yes, thank you. So this is what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is that we need to train some evangelists for them to move, and so that our work, so that what we begin will not just be in vain, will not be destroyed by the enemy of Biafrans. We have to send some evangelists for them to move from village to village to educate some of those brainwashed people that is buying the idea of conflict, that is buying the idea of of violence that is buying the idea of putting confusion, denying our people our rights. The Biafra we are talking about, even though that we want to go by disobedience, it has to be in a proper way that will not affect us in future. This Anambra State election we are talking about, this is most important issue. We need to educate our people for them to understand that without them coming out to vote on that day, that the military is going to take over and nothing they will do. Without them coming out to vote in mass, that the APC government is going to go and take over. Whether they like it or not, they have supporters. Whether they
Thank
like
you
it
very
or
much.
not,
Thank you very
that
much.
is why
Thank you very much, my lord.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Uche Deji from Ghana. We sincerely appreciate you. You have been the voice of people of bim-massob over there in Ghana, representing bim-massob. We sincerely appreciate your contributions all the day, right from the time of the Voice of Biafra International. And also thank you so much. Now, I want to use this opportunity to welcome our brother, Sonny Bobo. Sonny Bobo, please, can you greet your people all over the world? Thank you.
Good evening, my brothers and sisters. I'm Sonny Bobo, calling from Biafra now. I'm sorry that I have a lot of things that I'm looking for that I could not join your side. Thank you and God bless.
Thank you very much. I would like to use the opportunity also to brief you on where the topic of today's broadcast. As you know, we don't have much time today for the broadcast, and we have been discussing and talking about Anambra election. We have been educating our people, and right now we are at the second agenda of today's broadcast, which talks about rise of Biafra nationalism. And we have been discussing on the issue of Biafra nationalism based on the news of Biafra all over the world. And this is as a result of the bim-massob establishment that have taken the step to talk about Biafra all over the world. And today, every nook and cranny of the world, people are hearing and talking about Biafra. What do you have to say on this?
Thank you, my brother. What I have to say is that it is God doing. Because
Thank you.
I remember when I read one of the Foresight group, I heard from the book where he wrote, one day Biafra must rise with or without a people. To God be the glory today with the effort of Chief Dr. Raf, who was UK, and the members of Massob BIN, Biafra can be heard every year around the world. So it's God doing, as I said. Without God, we cannot be so successful to this level. Without God, we cannot go up to this point. Despite that, we are having a lot of challenges, a lot of things, but what's important thing is that the gospel of Biafra is everywhere in the world now.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, go on.
No, thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. We also take the time to we greet our able leader, Chief Dr. Raf, who was wicked in Jolembi with the second. Without him, I don't think what we are hearing today all over the world about the rise of Biafran wouldn't have been possible.
And the place, Uche, please, the moderator today, don't fail to announce to our people once again of our special guest of honor on Sunday in the person of former aviation minister and PDP spokesperson, Mr. Femi Fani Kayode. Please don't fail to announce to our people.
All right.
8 o'clock.
Okay. Thank you very much for the information, Ikena. Yes, and we are still appreciating and thanking our able leader who has made what we are discussing today all over the world most especially from the voice of Biafra International. We are talking about Biafra, and Biafra all everywhere in the world, and mainly in Biafra land. And so we sincerely thank our leader, and also thank all our zonal administrator, all directors, all commanders all over Biafra land who has made it possible to make sure that this name Biafra never died. And they have stood their ground and support our able leader in every way possible, peacefully, non-violently, to stand in raining days, in storm days. They have stood the ground and give him all the necessary support. In fact, we want to appreciate all of you. And we pray, the voice of Biafra International is praying that God will continue to strengthen you financially, intellectually, and spiritually. You will never lack. This is our prayer to our people. All of you that have contributed in one way or the other to see that our leader succeed. And he is succeeding. And if he succeeds, we will succeed. And that is our prayer, that he will continue to succeed. Despite the attack, despite the betrayals, it is not impossible. It happens even in the days of the people of Israel. They experience the same thing our leader is experiencing today. They experience the same thing we are experiencing today. But at the end, God gave them victory. Without temptation, you will never enjoy, you will never tell the hurdles of your success. With these trials at the end, that is when we emerge victorious, we'll be able to tell the story of our journey. We are going to tell our children the story of Biafra. Without all these things, we will never have a story to tell. And these are the story I'm making up today. Nigeria mainly is not our problem, but our story and our problem mainly is from our people, our own flesh and blood.
And let me add in something there, please, the moderator. Those who always shout and clamor no election in Anambra are yet to live in the modern time. They claim they want Biafra, yet up to today, they have never written even an informal letter, not to talk of formal letter. They have never written ordinary informal letter to either OAU, ECOWAS, or the United Nations. Never. Apart from that, when you talk about election or referendum, you see them in the front line. But ask them questions of countries that have achieved their own independence in this modern time without going through the electoral process. You see them panicking. They should remember Catalonia. They should remember Scotland, still in the making. They should remember Hong Kong. They should remember the Kurdish people and very many other countries that are now agitating for their own republic, as made certain by the United Nations Charter. Right now, there is the rise of nationalism in very many countries. And those who indeed want to pursue this particular struggle legitimately go through the electoral process, but they don't have any alternative to offer. This is the most annoying part of it all. Those who shout no election, have never ever for once given us any alternative viewpoint. They only say no election. And if you ask them questions on why there shouldn't be any election, if they'll be caught napping, they have nothing to offer. Their brains are empty. The only thing they do is clamor from day to day, from week to week, and from month to month. This is the more problem we are having. Is that how we are going to continue in this way? It's quite impossible. There will be a time we have to open a reformatory like Sonny Babo said some time ago, and take many of them there to get them properly examined and re-examined. Because I believe they are not normal. Something is wrong somewhere. There is an extent to which you take an oath and it begins to affect you. I am beginning to believe that there is something wrong in the state of Denmark. I'm trying to cautious person on the hamlet rather. Bear with me. Okay, over to you.
Yes, my brother, you've spoken well. honestly speaking, they don't even know what they are talking about. I happen to have an interaction with their leader in Benue State here. He is my friend, yes. We were together when I joined them pretentiously. And yesterday we were discussing, he was making noise everywhere about Anambra election, that the best is to boycott Anambra election. Then I asked him, of what benefit is that going to profit us as we are in regard of Biafran actualization? He couldn't say anything. All he's saying that when we boycott election and United Nations will see us, and that is all, and they will come and recognize Biafra. I told him, that means you are still far from freedom fighting. You are not even learning from the people of Hong Kong, Catalonia, and the Kurdish. You are not even learning anything at all from them. Even their leader is still working under the government, parliamentary government of Spain. The person heading the Catalonians referendum. And here today you are destroying the people of Anambra State not to partake in election. What are you teaching? What are you telling the people? I keep on telling him, please go and tell your people the truth, as I am telling you the truth today. So, my brother Ikenna, you have said it all. It is because they don't have full knowledge of what referendum, of what freedom is all about. All they know is to make noise, because they are tired of fraudulence. They are tired of failure, and that is why they will continue to sound in the tune of their brother. So, I don't know if Vincent Ekene is still with us from Jambi. Vincent Ekene, are you still there with us? If you are there, we are talking about rise of Biafra nationalism. Please, what do you have to tell what do you have to say about this?
Yeah, rise of Biafra nationalism. In my own view, I think the rise of Biafra nationalism.
Yeah, please, Vincent, before you come in again, don't be offended. Let us take caller online. Hello, caller Michael Awoke. You are welcome to the program. Michael Awoke. We are right now online, and we are making a broadcast now emphasizing on Anambra election. This is what we are discussing. What do you have to say? Yeah, I think we have gone beyond the Anambra election. It is already completed. But we are just telling our people to guard their votes. We have already voted. We just for them to come out and guard their votes. Those who say no election, they have already failed. That is certain.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, we are listening. I'm sorry, really, it's not what we are going to discuss on air right now. Beyond the hours, you give me a call, I tell you, we don't say certain things on air because of the presence of all these, the toothless bulldogs who keep on backing and backing and backing. Please, bear with us.
Okay.
Yes.
What of the summit in going on?
When they talk of GS summit in Turkey, personally, I am not aware of that. We are still carrying out our own investigation and know which country and which country are there and who called for it. Don't forget that this IPOB RBL London Limited have a way of remaining relevant because their own Turkish ambassador who lived in Alfaruku was later discovered not to be an ambassador but a mere hooligan, since the Turkish embassy in Nigeria, disowned and dissociated him. So right now he has gone back to Turkey, and Facebook or social media is now our worst, talking about G8. And before you know it now, the disappeared leader might appear in Turkey as a member of the G8. We cannot be hoodwinked, and we are viewing them with cautious eyes. Let us not believe them for now.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Now, Uchenna, oh, sorry, please, Vincent Ekene, you were discussing.
All right.
Yeah, as I said, the issue of Biafra nationalism has been there right from the beginning.
Yes.
And that is the spirit that is
Yes.
propelling our people even till today.
Right.
And that spirit of Biafra can never be defeated. So
Yes.
it will continue to be there. And I tell you, the only problem we have with this issue of Biafra nationalism is that some Biafra activists, they have seen the fire of this Biafra nationalism in our people, and they use this to defraud. They use this burning fire of Biafra nationalism to defraud our people, to make livelihood out of this. And they say, and that's why I always shout it loud that I do not know whether these people in IPOB Limited they actually want Biafra, because the truth is that they want to continue to create something, they want to continue to defraud people, they want to continue to enrich themselves through this Biafra nationalism, because as long as we continue to struggle, they will continue to they will continue to make their pulse very big. Because if we achieve Biafra, they will be checkmated. And that is not want. So I think that the issue of Biafra nationalism has been there and will continue to be there. It is part of us.
Yes.
It is inborn in us.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, in fact, I have to help Vincent, and not a question of help. Let me make my own contribution there by word of addition. Now, Vincent indeed is right. The Biafran nationalism has been there. There are some people that want to capitalize on this existing nationalism to defraud our people. Don't forget that while the leaders of RBL, IPOB, are still shouting no election, no election, they still want to remain relevant, and by so doing, continue to extort dues from their own people. An organization that has already failed and failed woefully, probably never to rise again, except they change their names or they join the bim-massob family. For them to be coming out to be, deceiving their people is tantamount to using it as a ploy to be extorting money from their own people. This is true, and this is exactly what Vincent Kekina has just said. I quite agree with him. Richard Okeke, over to you.
Yes, thank you very much. It is a spirit, indeed. It is a spirit that is embedded in us. We cannot deny that, and that is why we. Hello. Yes, that's Oliver.
This is Oliver. I have something to contribute on the issue of.
Okay. Go ahead.
Please, what I want to say is this. It is not today that Donald started this type of thing. I remember in 2010, during the P2B issue, Nnamdi was there. The first problem that started between us and Nnamdi Kanu was the issue of boycotting election in 2010. When he wanted us to boycott election by force, when he was still under Massob. And I wanted to ask him,
Yeah, sorry, we are not getting you clear. Adjust your position, please. We are not getting you clear.
Hello.
Okay, it's better now. Go on.
So he asked him, don't you know that such a thing can result to crisis? Since we are doing non-violence, he says that the issue is that we must boycott the election. If we don't boycott the election, that means that we have already sabotaged the struggle. See, I don't know what Nnamdi has with Anambra election. In the same 2015, Nnamdi was the one telling our people in his video, don't come out and vote. Don't vote in a vote. And he made a way for Buhari to win the election. This time around, he is still talking about no election in Anambra. I want to believe that automatically Nnamdi is working for the government over the issue of no election. And in this issue now, he wants a situation whereby that he because crisis that very good. So that the Nigerian forces will start killing our people again because of one thing or the other. He wants another, he wants another Operation Python dance during the election day. That's exactly what he wants. So our people should ignore that call of no election and go out and cast their vote normally. He wants a situation whereby he will read the election for APC again. But he will never succeed this time around. So
at all.
The issue is that we are to tell our people, go there and cast your vote. Go and cast your vote for your choice candidate. So I have never seen where no election gives somebody referendum. Okay, look at Catalonians, what they are passing through now. So I now understand. This morning I was watching that Michael and Michael now is now against Catalonia. They were supporting Spain. So the European Union entirely even announced this very morning that they back Spain. So when because of that is because of the mistake of the Catalonians by not recognizing some international communities and what they're doing. They have upper hand in parliament, they have their members in parliament, and they went and do it on their own. So these people have never boycotted this election before they did their referendum. The same thing with Kurdish. The same thing with Scotland. They never boycott anything. Never before they did their referendum. I want to know why is it that the issue of Biafra or the case of Finland that you must boycott election before you united the date of the referendum. Where did you got the information? Who gave you the information? This is all the lies that you have been planting in the minds of the members. Because you know this is a failure. You just take to destabilize the struggle of Biafra. You want something that will happen that nobody will talk about Biafra again. You use the first person you use. Our leader used the best list of on you by not dancing to that particular thing. That something may lead to the destabilization of the Biafra's problem. Now, this time around, you wanted to go. Like Echezora said today,
your service.
So that's that this guy has, we don't know what is in his mind. He should get to everything on his own. He should know that Biafra is of God. It's not of human being. And the hammer of God, I have said it before, that the hammer of God is on earth. The sword of God is on earth. Whoever that is going against the struggle of Biafra, they should be careful. They should mind themselves and have a routine to work for the betterment of Biafra or not against Biafra. Election in Anambra must go. Whether they like it or not, election must go in Anambra and it must be peaceful because God has already ordained it that way. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you very much. It has been ordained and it will be conducted peacefully. That is certain. There is no amount of confusion that people are trying to bring in on that day that will work. It has been ordained that it will be done and conducted peacefully. And so shall it be. And thank you very much, our brother Sonny Bobo, for that great contribution. It is because of some of our people who lack understanding. And that is why they are going about agreeing and supporting boycott of election in Anambra State. They lack understanding of what boycott is all about. And we are using this medium to teach and to tell our people the importance of you casting your vote, electing a credible person you feel that will lead your state to the promised land.
Okay, let me continue. Yeah, I think you have done justice to that particular topic. 2 days ago, we wanted to have Sonny Baba online to tell our people the progress so far made towards November 26th, Ojukwu Memorial Day. Now that Sonny Baba is online, he can, oblige us by informing our numerous listeners the plans on ground towards November 26th. And equally, are there opportunities open for the returnees from Arabia who now want to come back to the bim-massob family? So, Uchenna, okay, take over from there. Sonny Baba is online to take this question.
All right, Sonny Baba, you've had Ikenna. Please, you can tell us more on this.
Okay, thank you, my brother. You know, on 26th of November is a normal day to remember about our great leader, our hero, our father, the Ezigbo Guru one, Okolo Handibo, Anamdibo Jamozo, Ikem Family, Ikwemeka Odinebo Jubu. So the preparation is on now. As our leader announced on the last meeting, we have already started the preparation of the Memorial Day of our great leader. As we all know, it's something that we normally do every day because of the great work and the influence of our leader. So on the issues on ground, we normally know how we prepare from. So we have our calls, people that visit us on a very good day to have a memory with us from both from Nigeria, from every part of the world, to come and observe the people Memorial Day. So I think the everything is normal. And I can assure you that very day it will be a great day because it's always a great day in our life and in the entire Biafra land. So the preparation is on now. On 26th of November next month will be Ojukwu Memorial Day at Ojukwu Memorial Library, the headquarters of Biafra in Owerri, here in Biafra land. So all is well. With God all things are possible. So and everyone is invited that very day. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you very much. Yes, thank you for the update. I want to appreciate God because we know that God is going to grant everybody that will be coming for that great occasion. God will grant them journey mercy to Biafra land to partake in that ceremony. And I believe that everybody, all the commanders, they are going to make sure that everything is being done and everything went peacefully. And because we are very much alert and prepared to conduct a peaceful atmosphere on that very day. Thank you very much, Tony Bobo, for this. And also, we also want to use this opportunity to tell our people that on Sunday, the 20th of this month, we'll be having Chief Femi Fani Kayode as our special guest on Sunday. So please try and pass information to everybody. You have your question, you come over on that day and pay attention and listen. He was the former Nigerian aviation minister, and we are going to have a talk with him. So we invite everybody on Sunday, the 22nd of October 2017. Thank you very much. We are still on the rise of Biafra. Biafra everywhere today in the world. It is the spirit that is inborn right from the day it was being declared on the 30th of May 1967 by our able leader Odumegwu Ojukwu, the People's General. We declared it on that day, and the spirit continued burning in us. And our able leader, Chief Dr. Ralph Wazurike, re-enkindled the spirit on 1999, in the year 1999, when he re-echoed that name in the face of the earth, and the spirit of Biafra, even the ones dead and alive, came up alive again. to echo more Biafra in the world. And today, everybody is today talking about the same Biafra. We want to say thank you to our able leader and thank you for all the faithful Biafrans that have been supportive, that have been standing for this struggle to make sure that this part of Biafra is being realized non-violently. Because today the world is preaching and peace everywhere the world goes. You go to G8 meeting, the talk of the day is peace in the world. If you go to UN General Assembly, it is peace anywhere you go in the world. And so we also will not be out of point. We will also stand by the world to preach peace, even while we are fighting and trying to stand as a nation. We will also go by it in a peaceful way. And that is the best approach in any condition. And so, my people, we keep telling us, let us stand on the peace side of actualization, mainly on our own, Biafra actualization. So, let everybody stand and up. I don't know, Ikena, if you are there.
Yes, I'm here. I'm here. Just go on. I'm trying to arrange certain things, please. Go on. I'll see you.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. So I don't know if you can give us a little bit of Biafra music while we continue again.
Okay, I'll do that right away, please. It's always my pleasure to, to play music for our people.
We're very sorry. We are trying to play the music and please be attentive. Hello, this is the voice of Biafra International, broadcasting from Germany. The one man still name Ikenna Egon Bibi. And all the members of the Biafra Rock Voice of Biafra Crew. We have our representative in Makodi, in the person of Uchenna Keke, in Ghana, in the person of Uche Deji, in Biafra Land, as Valentine Doji, and most of them. We have a lot of people in Lagos. We have Jude Chijoke. This is our correspondents all over the world. In Germany, there, Kenya is there, Vincent is there. In Japan, we have H's on our beds. Yes, these are the voice of the people of Biafra. And thank you as for listening to the music. Thank you. Can I music on? Hello, can I music on? Hello, can I music on?
Okay, thank you so much. I was there. I just put out. Okay.
Hello?
Yeah, take over.
Okay. Yes, thank you. That is a little brief of music of Biafra, using to entertain our listeners all over the world. That is our cultural music. And whenever we listen to it, it reminds us and it keep on encouraging us as we go on in the Biafra actualization. So, I want to give our brother Uche Diji the floor. If you have anything to tell us concerning the movement of Biafra actualization. Uche Diji, are you still with us?
Yes, I'm here, my brother.
All right. So, what do you have to tell us, even while the broadcast is still on? What do you have to tell our people?
Yeah, my elder brother, I now decided to comment on the video or audio around. When our able moderator was giving analysis on the stupidity of the person who made that audio notes, that he forgot that even though that you are working in my office, I know your voice. You know, this reminds me last 3 months ago when I received a voice note from one of my business partner. I sent him and asked him, "Is this
Noise. Check your background, please.
My background is okay. Sorry, Baba, please can you control your background? I can see your background is blinking.
Baba, please, click to your background, please.
My background is okay.
Okay, please, everybody check their background.
Yeah, thank you very much. As we continue to comment on the audio notes that is circulating around the world, as our Apple moderator have given analysis on that regard. Unfortunately, he forgot that even though I employ you in my office to work with me, or you employ me, I will know my voice. I know my master's voice, and my good shepherd knows my voice. So now, last time I received one audio note from my business partner, and that audio note is from one of my partner in Togo. I forwarded to him and asked him, "Is this not your voice?" And he told me, "It's my voice. How did you get it?" It begins to amuse me. So this person that is making an audio note hiding in his bedroom and the other room, is telling people that he's working in INEC, and he is hiding his identity. He's giving information, and the INEC will listen to his voice and they will not hide him.
Please, they should, I don't know if you should check your background. Those of you on Messenger, Facebook Messenger, check your background. There is not coming from there, please.
My background is so quiet.
It's only when you talk, there's no ceases. In fact, it's only whenever you talk, the noise ceases. That by implication coming from your side. That's the meaning. Okay, it's quiet now. Everywhere is calm.
Yes, thank you. So what I'm trying to say is there is no way our people have to that people that is anonymously, that person that is unknowing cannot be able to convince even my dad in the village. So any person that is buying that idea that he is working in INEC, he is hiding his name, and he cannot hide his voice. In fact, that person is one of those brainwashed members and need to be educated. There is no news like that. I want my people to understand that, more especially people in Anambra State. What they can deny themselves is an opportunity to vote. And deny themselves their heart desire.
Sonny Baba, please, the noise is there once again.
It's not coming from me. I'm just praying
But
for my
each point in time you say something, the noise will cease. Whenever you
And
speak,
nobody
their
is
noise will
stopping.
cease. Exactly. Whenever you talk, sorry.
Where the noise is coming from.
No. So
Okay, I'm not okay.
yeah, let me say that anytime you are talking, the noise will cease. I don't know why. Just like now, it ceased.
What
I even
what Uche
I
is
was
saying
correct
sometimes
there.
is cutting from my own.
Okay, go on, please. But now it's quiet.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Alright.
So as I continue to educate our Anambra people and our members over there, let them understand this is the same person as Sonny Bobo said that we should boycott Anambra State election 2007. This is the same people who asked some of our members to go and murder P2B when our people was hunt down by in a Obasanjo regime. The people who continue to introduce violence in the struggle, but through the mercy of God, our able leader Ejide was able to renounce us kind of association with them. Because those people try to put us in a high tension, in a situation that we can be able to control ourselves if we control the struggle. But God Almighty, whose Chief Dr. Rabo was leading, to make sure that this movement is stable and steady through non-violence. And we are here today. The world have heard our voice that we are not violent people. We have testimony in Lagos. The guy, somebody who said that we are bim-massob, so BIN. So we do not go to violence. And the even police officer acknowledged me that indeed, because a child who can be able to stay 8 years is no longer a king. We have been 18 years non-violent agitators, and we continue to make sure that our message hits beyond imagination. Because through our intelligent people, we have written a letter to UN, we have attended a unity, we have removed many motions in this regard. So they we thank you, my brother.
All right. Are you still there? Okay. It's like we lost the Ucheguji. Yes, we've gotten your message.
I am still
It is
there.
all. Are you still there?
Yes,
Ucheguji.
I'm still there.
Okay. Go on.
Yeah, I'm listening.
Go on. You are through?
Okay, thank you, my dear brother. So as I continue to let our people understand that stupid elements who could try to bring confusion in our family cannot be able to achieve anything than to hand them over to our enemies. They can only achieve handing their good over to those who are going to eliminate us, who are going to work against our wish, who are going to get those money and go and use it to develop Biafra land. They have to understand that the people who need to rule Anambra State, who need to block Biafra land, who need to bring foreign investors and make sure that the movement we are proceeding, we are heading to, get to the next the session we expected. So this is what my
All right. Thank you very much. Your advice is well relayed to our people down there in Biafra land. And I believe that they are reasonable people and they are going to take the advice coming from the voice of Biafra International. Yes, we really appreciate appreciate you for this word of advice. And again, I really don't blame these our people for their ignorance, because I want to believe that they thought that the real activist is the man who goes about making noise. They think that when you go about making unguided untransit That is when you are a real activist. But it is unfortunate because you don't need to be making unnecessary noise for for people to know that you are talking for a particular issue. There are things you don't need to do. And that is why today there is said was Rike has done this, Jerry has done this, he's no more talking about Biafra. But I keep telling them that every month, we are being represented at at Owerri in every month, right from the day we joined this movement in 2012. Right from Okigwe to Owerri, every day, Benue State is being represented every month at Owerri. Biafra is still going on. It is not all about coming about making noise every day, go here and make noise, go there and make noise. No. Even in the days of Jesus Christ, at a time it was miracle. At a time he ceased from doing miracle because he has passed the message to the people. Now he starts teaching the people about the kingdom. The time of free healing, free miracles ceased. And the time of teaching them, giving them the real food, no more milk. The time of giving them the strong food arrived. And that is when a lot of people started running away because they cannot carry the food. And so it is, even in our own time today. Chief has done, in his own time, he has done everything he's supposed to do by enlightening the world, telling the people everything about Biafra. And at a time, it is now a time of underground work, and he is doing it accordingly. And people thought he has gone underground. He is no more, he has collected bribe. I keep asking them, they say he built this, he built that. Show me one thing, show me one oil well, attach the chief's name. They cannot prove it. So, my people, we keep educating you that it is not about noise making. This voice is here to educate you on the right way to get to our promised land. We have not relented and we are working for the good of the Biafra actualization. Please and please disregard every wrong information you are getting from Biafra. Biafra is for real, and we shall get to our promised land. Thank you very much. I still want to give the audience, I want to give the floor to our brother in Germany, Vincent. I don't know if he is still there with us. What do you have to tell our people in respect to this Biafra actualization? Vincent Ekene, are you still there with us?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay, please, what do you have to tell our people in respect of this Biafra actualization?
I don't have anything special apart from what other people have been saying. That our people should know who is actually fighting for Biafra actualization.
Yes.
Just like you said, Biafra actualization is not only about making noise. It's not only about propaganda. Actualization of a country has something to do with the brain. It has something to do with wisdom.
Yes.
People who don't have wisdom should not come up and be telling us all the things about how to get Biafra easily, because they lack wisdom.
Yes.
From their utterances, you will realize they lack wisdom.
Yes.
Our people should sit down and ask themselves questions. All the things these people have been telling them, why is it that up to today, there's nothing tangible to show for this? There's nothing we can hold on and say that these people have achieved apart from propaganda. And that is horrible propaganda. Because there's some propaganda we say, okay, it's something positive. But their propaganda is all about Bickering,
Mm.
destroy people's personality.
Yeah.
See, the worst part of their propaganda is not even fighting our enemy, our enemies, but their propaganda is fighting Biafrans to destroy Biafrans. And you ask them, when you destroy Biafra, who are you going to rule? Like when they come, we kill what's people, we kill everybody, we kill this one. After killing these people, who will remain in your country?
I wonder.
So our people should open their eyes and know that actualization of a country has something to do with wisdom, not ordinary propaganda. Thank you.
Thank you very much, my brother. You made it all. It is not about propaganda and destruction of your fellow Biafran. If your fellow Biafran made a mistake, put him or her on a right track, not by threatening him with death threats. You will do this, I will do this, I will do that. And all your promises, all the claims you have made, you have never fulfilled one. One has never come to actualization. This is to show that the voice that has been making these utterances, they are fake. And so we are correcting. The voice of Biafra International is correcting. We are not going to destroy you, but we are using this voice of radio to put you right, to correct you, my brothers, to correct you, our sisters, that is not the way. The way you are touring is not the right way. Please come back and let us reason together. This was the voice of Almighty Creator. He invited his sinful man and said, "Come, my son, come, my daughter, let us reason together." You could imagine Chief telling you to come and let us reason together. He has been doing this and he will continue to do it. I know him as a person. I am not speaking just because I heard from somebody, but I know Chief as a person. He is a humble man. And I believe that if we come together and reason like brothers and sisters, believe you me, please, the sky will be our limit. Let us stop this propaganda. Not that we are begging you, but we are telling you the reality. That is a fact. And when you do this, believe you me, things will go well with you and things will go well with you. Not that things are not going well with us now, but it is quite unfortunate for what we are hearing from our own brothers about, most especially, Anambra election and boycott of the election and demanding for referendum from Federal Republic of Nigeria. Why you are not following the right direction? Referendum is not bad. Referendum is not out of place, but it must be done on due process. It must be done according to the right channel, not on noise making, because the world, they are watching, the world are listening, the world are taking record of everything we do, and they know every of your steps. In fact, before you make a step on this on the actualization of Biafra, believe you me that other countries, they have gone through the same way and they have actualized their own sovereignty and they know the way they pass through and they will equate what they are doing to what they have done. And if they see what we are doing, they will look at you as if you don't know what you are doing. So this is the reason why our people, we are educating you. Let us come back and reason like normal human beings.
Thank you very much, Uchenna Okeke, for holding a brief throughout the duration of this particular broadcast. Honestly, before we come to a conclusion, I must say that anybody that is afraid of success or failure always find one way or the other to disrupt the event. These people know that they are going to fail, and the only way they want to incorporate us in their failure is to shout no election. We know them very, very well. If you watch the social media, They have always imported negativities. You see, they went and brought a picture or video of soldiers in Sierra Leone long ago, torturing some people, and they posted it on Facebook and said, "Oh, this is how Nigerian soldiers are, killing our people." At other time, they brought what happened in Congo and Sudan and posted on social media and said, "Oh, they see how Nigerian soldiers are killing our people." They have forgotten that much as military uniform differ from country to country, even the colors of the pictures equally differ. Wherever there is accent anywhere, they go and take the picture and say, Nigerian soldiers have killed again. The more you do all this, the more you provoke these people. They are human beings. You don't go and import negative pictures, bad pictures, and begin to flash everything on social media. The world has come of age. They should know this very, very well. There's an international community, the intelligence community. They know all these things. They go through their Facebook, WhatsApp, whatever, more than you and me. They have details of what happens in every part of the world any given moment. And whatever happens in any part of the world, they go and put it in the country's data. So when you go and check what happened in Sudan or Sierra Leone or the Congo or wherever, and bring it to Nigeria or Biafra land and begin to eat the sea people, you are compounding your problems. The international community will never ever take you serious. Whenever you say something, they will say, "Oh, that is how he talks." No truth in you. When there's no truth in you, how are you going to convince the international community to come to your aid? This is the problem they're having. They are thinking that they are trying to injure our feelings, but indirectly they are burning themselves down. So they should know this very, very well. Stop importing pictures that have nothing to do with Biafra or Nigeria because you want to castigate the military or whatever at all. You are rather injuring yourself more and more. And the more you do this, the more it pains you that do it. In that case, you will not have rest of mind. Day in, day out, you continue to excavate to know what you bring out at any given moment to convince your unwilling audience. We know all these things. An accident happened somewhere in River State where school people died, and at once they say Nigerian soldiers have killed again. Another accident happened somewhere along Abuja Road where some school people died, and they brought up again and said Nigerian soldiers are still killing. They went to Sudan. They brought where soldiers were torturing people. They said these soldiers are killing out. Are you telling the international community that placed you where you are and gave you the social media, gave you the mobile phone, the laptop, the whatever you have? Are you going to tell them that whatever that happens there, they don't know? They know all these things. So they should stop fooling themselves. Just like the cerebral idiot that recorded his voice claiming to be an INEC official, thinking that your fellow INEC officials will not recognize their voice, assuming you work there. Stop fooling yourself. I say stop fooling yourself. You have to be rebaptized. You have to be a born again. Go and be a born again. Get rebaptized for you to look like a human being. Because from what we are seeing now, all of you behave like creatures from the nether region. We are here to identify you. This is what we have to tell you. Thank you, fellow Biafrans, for being with us throughout the course of this particular program. We thank you for your patience, for your understanding, and equally for your contributions. We thank you, our callers, our contributors, to Uche Okeke, who has been holding brief, to Vincent Ekene, to Uche Digi, and to Solibabo, and very many others who are able to join us because of their numerous activities. We thank you for your commitment and your patriotism, and ask you at every given moment, don't fail to answer the call of duty. We have no other option than to think of Biafra. Thank you for being with us, and we are reminding you once again that on Sunday, of course, we say tomorrow is Saturday, there will be no broadcast. We are going to take a short break, but on Sunday, 8 p.m. Biafra Nigeria time, we are going to host Mr. Femi Kayode, who is going to be our special guest speaker. So until then, we are asking all of you, may God bless you, and don't fail to answer the call of duty whenever we call you. Thank you very much.
Behold the light of day, behold the dark of death. Now the separated of their eyes. So set the shining glory, the beauty of Most High. So set the mountain, and let the night be seen. The King is set to go. Let's sing for joy. This kingdom is restored. Let's shout for joy. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Oh, praise in
Oh, praise in the Lord. Oh, Biafra.
Wait.
Yes, I love this.